Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to Positive Channel. If you're a new subscriber, please subscribe to my YouTube channel when I upload every other week. So in today's video, I'm finally going to be talking about my first time doing certain things that I never thought I would do, never thought I would do it on myself, getting help doing it. So you want to hear my little story ramp about certain things I'll never think I'll do? You're more than welcome to sit down and listen to me. So let's get right into the video. Let's go. So my first time taking the bus by myself, that time like when I was younger, taking the bus by myself, taking the subway by myself, going places by myself, I don't know, going to bank, buy my like groceries, like certain things, even going to programs that I need to go to by myself. Like first time I would never want to go by myself. Like I would be so scared to do things by myself. Like I'm a type of person where like I do not like traveling alone. Like of course a lot of people would say, back in the day people would travel like with family or with and or with friends, and like you're just traveling by yourself because you're used to being with your family. And when I first go by myself, I'm always feeling like, this is the first time going by myself. I started to go by myself like when I used to go to school, like when I was in like my younger teens till now, like doing things by myself I would never expect I would do by myself. And when I look at myself now, like taking the bus by myself, taking the train by myself, and going to places by myself, it's like you have a lot of blessings. It's like you're learning. I'm the type of person like when I used to go to school or go to program, like every single day, like I used to travel far, I used to come back home, and there are times I'm like, oh my god, I'm so exhausted, but I'm so proud because I went to places that I never thought I would go. And sometimes I look back and I say, um, doing things by yourself, it's more important than not even thinking you would do it. Because you think, like when I was younger till now, I wouldn't want to travel by myself. But then I'm like, you know what, like, you have to learn because, like, I know a lot of people might say they have their parents that teach them, or maybe they don't even have nobody that teaches them. So it takes um, more time to go by yourself. Because let me tell you guys something about me that people do. Like traveling by yourself is like one of the most amazing things because you might look at it and be like, oh, what can I do better? Like traveling by myself, doing things by myself that I'll never do. And when I look back and I said to myself, like, look how many times, like, I did things by myself and I never thought I would do. So when you see a lot of people are traveling by themselves, like, they have that difference. So when you're traveling by yourself, it's like, this is a time to learn. Even when I used to go to school or when I used to go to work, or even though when I used to go to work, I didn't have to go nowhere far because if it's in the area, it was fine. Or when I used to go certain places, I'll get lost and get really confused, or sometimes I'll ask someone to help me out. So there were times that you will tend to do get lost. But what I learned with those barriers is that no matter what you do, there's gonna be times you're gonna get lost. There's gonna be times you're gonna find your places. There are gonna be times you get direction. There are gonna be times you have to use Google to search how to get to certain places. Just like right now, like me living where I'm living now and what I'm doing right now, like you would never expect me to think doing things like this is no harm than doing things on your own. And like just traveling on your own and like just getting used to the environment. That is just what life is. Back in the day, I'd be so scared to travel by myself. I feel like, sometimes you travel by yourself, you just don't know what happened. But ever since I get older, I feel good traveling by myself because, like, I'm going out more, I'm doing more places, meeting new people, like, just doing things on your own. But I'm really grateful that I can do these things because maybe one day I can look back and be like, man, back in the day, like, I was really doing this by myself and just expecting me to be like, oh, I can't do this. Just like, for example, um, today, even the other time when I was when I went to go buy my lunch, I went to go buy Wendy's with nuggets and fries and a Sprite drink, and it's a little bit of a walk distance from the school, like a 7 minute walk distance, and or not even seven, like maybe about 2 or 3 walk distance, and just buying lunch and come back and start class, even though it was really cold today, and of course, sun is out right now. But what I can say is that I'm really proud that I can actually travel by myself. There were times I was so scared to travel by myself. There were times I didn't even want to go by myself, and I look back at it now and I'm like, man, I'm really proud of myself. Because you have some people who will be so scared to, like, to travel by themselves, and, they don't know what to do. So for me, traveling by myself is one of the most amazing things as an adult because now I know that I can look at myself taking the bus, taking the train, going to store, taking bus, going places and come back. Gives me meanings where I don't have to be afraid I'm not going anywhere because I do those things and use transit and paying fare and coming home and doing all these things. It's a good lesson because you might look at it on one day and like, man, like, did I really did that? Did I really did that? Like, traveling by yourself can be scary at times, but when you really look at it, it's a blessing. Just like when you hear people, kids who walk home from school by themselves and going to work or meeting their friends or spending time with family. Like, if you're doing things by yourself, you're gonna see a huge difference than thinking like, oh, I would never go out by myself. Like, since I was a kid till now, like, I always use the time to not be afraid to go out by myself because um going out by yourself is could be different in ways that you can do a lot more than anybody think. Like, if you're a person feels like when they always say you're too old to learn, like, you're never too old to learn. Or if you feel like you want to start making a business, you can do a business. Or if you feel like your life is not the best as people think, you keep pushing and you keep going. So my little ramp that I'm telling y'all right now, my first time going out. Sorry guys, the train came. What was I saying? Yeah. So my little story ramp, like I was saying, traveling by myself is one of the most amazing things as anybody think, and just having fun and doing fun stuff because I would tell you I'm so grateful that I'm using the time to go out by myself. I'm not even gonna make a big difference because going out by yourself doesn't mean that, oh, you can't go out by yourself because you can't do certain things. Back in the day when I used to go out by myself, I used to get lost, and sometimes I'll be afraid to ask. When I do have a chance to ask, it's a blessing because then you can ask the TTC driver or you can ask someone who's familiar with the area and they can give you more directions. Maybe for some people who where they live right now could be different than here or other countries, and maybe when they travel they're like, oh, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to say. But traveling by myself, it doesn't mean that you can't do things. You know, you have some people who probably travel by themselves maybe when they're younger or whatever. Or I started to learn to travel by myself. Mm, like when I was like a kid till now, like going to school and a little bit more older now is when I started to learn to travel myself. But you know, the funny thing is that nobody can ever say you cannot. Nobody cannot say you cannot do. I think that for me, doing things is so important than not doing it. Because maybe one day you might look at it and be like, you know what, I travel by myself and I finally used a chance. Like, if you know that you're proud and you do something, you should always be proud of it. Because let me tell you guys, I am proud of all the things that I've done. Maybe it might not be big, maybe it might not be how it's supposed to be, but I'm so happy because traveling by yourself is not easy, depending on where you're going, right? If you're used to going out with family and friends, it's not like that. Yes, they'll come with you, but after a while, when you start going alone, you're gonna go. So if you're somebody who wants to um, travel by yourself, that's the most important thing. Okay. But other than that, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. Comment down below what you guys think about this video. And honestly, I just want to say this is my most amazing video that I did. I'm giving you guys a little backstory of me, like when I used to travel by myself. Or if it doesn't want to be that, it could be different. Or anything that you want to talk about your lifestyle. Because maybe if you're someone like me and you want to learn how to travel, if you want to do other things, then you know what to do. Okay. So my next video is I'm gonna be doing some song reviews. I'm basically just gonna write some random songs and just giving review on them. Okay. Bye.